Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs. My name is Eric if you are new to the channel. And here on Tuesday night, it's kind of a miscellaneous night generally for videos. But tonight we are back with some more trivia, doing Wrestling Jeopardy number 2, at least the second time here on the channel. The first time I did this, I did fairly well. I believe I got 5 wrong, including the final Jeopardy. But overall, I was looking for more of a challenge on doing quizzes here, and I think I have definitely found it with Wrestling Jeopardy, and this is a lot more fun, a lot more interactive than Sporkle as well. If you like the Sporkle quizzes, those aren't gone forever. I'll definitely be doing more of those here in the future. But again, Wrestling Jeopardy number 2, no idea on categories, anything like that. I did learn my lesson from the first time I did this. I got a little whiteboard here and marker so I can keep track of my score for my wager at the end of the show. I got the final Jeopardy wrong last time, so didn't really matter because I wagered everything. But yeah, Wrestling Jeopardy number 2. Feel free to play along at home before I jump into this. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I think you can kind of see it, even though I'm in this little box here in the corner. So let's give this a go and see how well I do this time around. I'm going to try and do better than 5 wrong, which is what I had on the first episode.
So you think you know a lot about pro wrestling?
Really?
Well, it's time
Once again
to test your IQ with this tricky little trivia game that is so creatively named Wrestling Jeopardy.
Not bad.
Welcome inside
Just
the squared
bring it.
circle. I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah!
If this is your first time playing, well, I hope you're ready to rumble.
Yeet.
Here are the not so extreme rules on your screen, which are merely a guide. I mean, I know I can't control whether or not you ask Alexa, Siri, or Jeeves for advice.
To find out your name, I
No
had
cheating
to
here.
ask Jeeves.
No cheating
Should have
here.
asked Jeeves.
With that, let's check out the categories
All
for
off the
episode
dome.
5 of Wrestling
What we
Jeopardy.
got?
Starting off, we have Cowboys, followed by Who's Your Daddy? This is going to be a visual clue category. I'm going to show you the picture of a wrestler, and you're going to have to tell me
This will be
who
easy, I
that
think.
wrestler's daddy is.
Oh,
Who
super
is
easy.
your daddy?
And what does he do?
Next
I was
up, we have
thinking it. I
American
was thinking
Soldier.
it.
This category will be all about wrestlers who served in the military. Our fourth category, I love this bar.
I
This will
love
be
this
related
bar.
to some of wrestling's greatest drinkers and drinking stories.
Okay,
and last but
interesting.
certainly not least, our fifth category, which is always our audio category, Name That Theme.
I'll get that
Now,
one.
you may have noticed a theme
Last time
with
the
the
reverse
categories, and
themes was
that's because
tough.
this episode is dedicated to country music legend, as well as TNA and WWE alum Toby Keith, who passed away a few weeks ago at the age of 62.
Well, that gives us a
R.I.P.
timeline on when
TK.
this came out.
All right, let's get the show on the road and kick off the 200-point round. These clues are easy peasy, so I fully expect you to go 5 for 5 and be absolutely perfect.
I'll give you an answer.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Jumping into Cowboys for 200. This two-time WWE Hall of Famer revealed in his autobiography, Hitman, My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling, that he was supposed to debut as a cowboy.
Who is Bret the Hitman Hart? They gave it away with Hitman, obviously. I already wrote the 200.
And the
down
correct
for my
answer
score.
is, who is Bret the Hitman Hart?
Who is the thirstiest, the hottest, and the hungriest man in the valley?
You, if you're buying. That's right.
Apparently,
Lonesome Dove.
that was the idea back in the early WWF days in the 80s. They wanted him to be a cowboy.
Bret Hart. Yep.
All right, moving on now to Who's Your Daddy for 200.
Who is Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
The answer here, of course, is Jim the Anvil Neidhart, because that is a picture of his lovely daughter, Natty Neidhart.
Is this a
Moving
Hart
on
family
to American
episode?
Soldier for 2.
Brett and then
Perhaps it was the
Jim.
voices inside this WWE superstar's head that caused him to go AWOL
200.
from the United States Marine Corps in 1998.
The Viper, Randy Orton, obviously.
And the correct answer is, who is Randy Orton? You know what? Military life, it wasn't his cup of tea. He wasn't cut out for it. It's all good.
Daddy's back.
All
All right, here we go. I love this bar for 200. This wrestler had such a giant appetite for booze
Another
that he
200
holds
points.
the world record for the largest number of beers consumed in a single sitting.
Who is Andre the Giant?
And the correct answer is, who was Andre the Giant, who once threw back 119 beers in 6
Drink
hours?
like Austin.
That would
Oh,
literally
hell
kill me.
Yeah.
And on to the final clue of the 200-point round. Name that theme.
Who is Jeff Jarrett?
And the correct answer is Jeff Jarrett's theme back when he used to wrestle in WCW in the late 90s.
The Kid Rock
when he was
knockoff.
the chosen one, slap nuts.
What'd you call me?
Slapnut.
You know who you're talking to?
Yeah, you, Slapnut.
Got him!
See, I told you, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, it's a rip-off
I'm sure
of
you went
Kid
5
Rock's
for
Cowboy.
5. Now we're going to ramp up the toughness here of the clues going into the 400-point round.
swept
Let's kick it
that.
off with Cowboys for 4. This cowboy was Rowdy Roddy Piper's ace of a bodyguard.
Who is Cowboy Bob Orton? For 400.
And the correct answer is, who is Cowboy Bob Orton?
Yeah, I love you. He's my bodyguard.
All right, that brings us to Who's Your Daddy for 400.
Who is Rey Mysterio?
That, of course, is Dominic Mysterio, and we know his mommy is Rhea Ripley, but his daddy, Rey Mysterio. Here we go, American Soldier for 400. This two-time WWE champion and former leader of the Hurt Business was a sergeant in the U.S. Army.
Who is Bobby Lashley?
I would not want to mess around with this guy. I mean, Bobby Lashley is a beast. All right, let's move on now to I Love This Bar for 400. Sheamus and Cesaro enjoyed tremendous tag team success wrestling together in WWE under this moniker.
Who is the bar? The name is in the... It's in the name of the
They
category.
don't just set the bar, they are the bar. That question kind of barely sneaks in talking about
Yeah.
wrestling drinkers because Cesaro doesn't drink, but Sheamus is Irish, so I figured, why not?
Maybe we should leave?
Cesaro is a coffee
Moving on.
drinker.
Let's go.
I believe.
Finish up the 400-point round. Name that theme. Listen to this.
Who is Hangman Adam Page? Clean sweep.
You can't go wrong with a little cowboy shh. Name of the song, Ghost Town
Cowboy-ish.
Triumph, the theme of Hangman Adam Page. All right, we have 10 clues down, 15 to go. We're
was there a
moving
daily
on to the
double?
600-point
Can't remember if
round,
there was one in the
kicking
first
it off here
episode.
with Cowboys. This renegade cowboy called the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, his home.
Who is Terry Funk? We're up to 3,600.
And the correct answer is none other
That's what I'm
than
writing,
who
by the
was
way.
the late, great Terry Funk.
3,600.
And we're on to Who's Your Daddy for 600.
Who is Billy Gunn?
Well, that picture right there, that is Colton to the left, Austin to the right, and their daddy is none other
He's
than
an
Daddy
ass
Ass
man.
Billy Gunn.
Meow,
And here
meow.
we go to American Soldier for 600. Before she became a sassy Southern belle, this former WWE superstar was a Marine military police officer.
Who is Lacey Evans? I'm crushing it.
And the correct answer is Lacey Evans.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And that brings us to I Love This Bar for 600. The new WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut
Oh, man,
includes
really?
a bar named after one of its most popular television shows.
What is prime time? I don't know.
The correct answer, the TV show,
SmackDown.
is SmackDown, and the
First one
bar
wrong.
is called Snackdown.
Snackdown. What? I did not know that.
You serious?
All right,
That's
and closing
random.
out
One
the
wrong,
600-point
finally.
round, name that theme for 600. Listen up to this.
Who is Big Josh?
And the correct answer is
Jimmy
it's
Wang.
the theme
Wow.
song from that good old Asian redneck
Damn.
cowboy, Jimmy Wang Yang. And
2 in
I'm
a
going to
row I
punch
got
somebody
wrong now.
tonight.
Jimmy Wang!
I totally forgot about that.
All right, 15 clues down, 10 to go, plus Final Jeopardy. Hope you're doing good so far. Make sure you keep track of your score. Also, you know, sometimes I need some help. So if you have any ideas for categories, just leave some in the comments below and I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. 800-point round, Cowboys. This tough-talking Texas Cowboys legacy includes being the father of Barry Windham and the grandfather of the late Bray Wyatt.
Who is Blackjack Mulligan? 56.
And the correct answer is, who was Blackjack Mulligan?
Go get mama from the kitchen real quick.
Which brings us to, who's your daddy?
I can't. Who is Jerry the King Lawler?
And that is a picture of Grandmaster Sexay, who was also known as Brian Christopher, and whose full name was Brian Christopher Lawler. So the answer we're looking for is Jerry the King Lawler. All right, American Soldier for 800. This former U.S. Marine who did 2 tours in Afghanistan as a machine gunner now has his sights set on becoming TNA World Champion.
Who is Steve Macklin?
And the correct answer is Steve Macklin. I love this bar
I
for
pulled that one
800.
out.
At age 13,
I'm up to
Reginald
72.
Lazowski, who later became known as This, was working as a bouncer, throwing drunks out of his father's saloon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Who is the Crusher?
And of course, Milwaukee is also pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land. But the answer we're looking for,
What?
who was the Crusher?
Yes.
I've been hit with bar stools, barmaids, spittoons. I've been brought up in a saloon of Milwaukee.
All right, and closing
All right.
out the round,
8,000.
name that theme for 800. Listen to this.
I have nothing. I got nothing. Jesse and Festus.
And that is none other than the TNA
What?
theme song for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
All right. I got 3 wrong, 8,000. There's
All right,
no
we've
way I
made
would
it
have got
to
that
the
in
most
100 years.
challenging part of this game, the 1,000-point round. The steel
Heinsberg.
cage begins to lower. Time to put on your thinking caps because we're really going to
already
test your
on.
pro wrestling knowledge here.
Gotta make sure I
Kicking it
don't
off
lose
with
the mark.
Cowboys for 1,000. This bad man from Borger, Texas, claimed he had 9 kids and a fat wife and had to beat people up to keep his family fed.
Who is Stan Hansen?
And the answer, none other than Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Yes, sir.
After all the bright lights and the little women, I got a big fat wife and 9 kids at home, and I gotta feed them.
All right,
I got
we're
a
on
big
to the
fat
final
wife.
clue from Who's Your Daddy for 1,000.
Who is...
Now,
Mike
if you said
Enos?
that Von Wagner looks like the caveman
Or no, it's,
that
Wayne
Phil
Bloom.
Hartman used
Wayne
to play
Bloom.
back in the day during Saturday Night Live,
Look at this dude.
I'd give you 1,000 points. But Von Wagner's real name is Cal Bloom, and his daddy is Wayne Bloom, one half of the Beverly Brothers.
I knew it was one of the Beverly Brothers.
All right, and we're closing out American Soldier for 1,000. Vietnam vet Dirty Dutch Mantell worked the territories for many years alongside his
I know.
trusty whip that was named this.
I have no idea. I probably should know because I do listen to some of his podcasts a little bit.
And the answer we're looking for,
Yeah.
what is Shoe Baby?
So I got
Closing
4
out
wrong.
I Love This Bar for 1,000. The APA filmed numerous fights at this bar in Cumberland, Rhode Island, which was owned by longtime WWE referee, the late Tim White.
What is the friendly tap?
And the correct answer is,
Yes.
what is the friendly tap? All right, let's finish it off. Name that theme for
11,000.
1,000. Listen to this.
Who Who is Kendall Windham? I have no idea.
Ah, yes, an oldie but a goodie, going way
Yeah,
back
no
to
clue.
early 90s WCW and the theme song from the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys.
I definitely would not have gotten that one.
Alrighty then, start adding up those scores and let's see how you did.
All right.
What
Got
was it?
5
Good,
wrong.
bad, ugly?
11,000.
Well, like I always say,
I started out fighting in this barn when I was a little boy, and I don't care if my last fight is in this barn. Jimmy Garvin, you touched me in a personal way you never touched me before.
hopefully you did pretty well,
What?
but are you going to risk it all in Final Jeopardy? Well, we're going to find out right now because it's time to get ready to make those wagers. Here is this week's Final Jeopardy category. Hailing from blank. How well do you know wrestlers' hometowns or where they would say that they were billed from? Well, let's find out.
I'm gonna risk
Time to make
all
those
of it.
wagers.
Why not? 11,000. 11,000 on the line. I'll risk everything. What the
Alrighty,
hell?
time is up.
What have I got to
Let's
lose?
take a look now at the final clue of episode 5. Mick Foley was raised in Long Island, New York. However, his most
I got it.
psychotic persona,
Oh, yeah.
Cactus Jack, hailed from this dangerous-sounding New Mexico town. Good luck.
You guys aren't going to be able to see it, I don't think. What is Truth or Consequences, New Mexico?
Boom, boom. Mick Foley was raised in Long Island, New York. However, his most psychotic persona, Cactus Jack, hailed from this dangerous-sounding New Mexico town. And the answer that we're looking for, the correct answer in this episode's Final Jeopardy is Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Count it.
Now, I have never been to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, but I hear
22,000
it's lovely
is the
this
finish.
time of year. And that'll do it for episode 5 of Wrestling Jeopardy. Don't forget to leave a comment with your score, and if you like what you saw, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I've been your host.
You've been our host, and we have crushed it. So I finished with 5 wrong, got Final Jeopardy correct. That was kind of an easy Final Jeopardy, I feel. And finished with 22,000. So if you played along with me here, let me know how you did in the comments down below. Be honest, no cheating. And as always, make sure you enjoy the rest of your night, because that's all we've got for this one. I'll definitely be back with some more Wrestling Jeopardy here in the future. They've got a number of episodes out, at least at the time of this one. So I've got some catching up to do. So again, enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.